Hello everyone, today on the 1 Year Life Transformation System we're going to talk about anxiety and how to let go of anxiety. Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about letting go of things in your life that don't serve you anymore, in particular anxiety. And as always, I'm going to start with a quote. And the quote is, and in fact I found two really good quotes on letting go. One is from Osho, who was the guru, who was very, very popular in the 80s from India. And he talks about uncertainty and doubt, and he says in his quote, "Don't call it uncertainty, call it wonder. Don't call it insecurity, call it freedom." Osho, who I refer to regularly in my videos and it's mentioned in my book, has an incredible insight there where he really reframes the challenge. And uncertainty becomes wonder and insecurity becomes freedom, because what is security? I mean, it's being locked down, so we don't need security. However, ultimately, when we feel we don't have it, which is an illusion, we can become a bit anxious and it can ruin our lives. And I'm going to give you one more quote here because it is such an important topic, and that quote is by my favorite author, and that's a big call on letting go. His name's Eckhart Tolle, and his very simple quote is, "Sometimes letting go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on." And I would agree with that. The toughest, strongest, emotionally secure people I know, they let go. They let go and they allow things to be free. It's the petty people, the small people who hold on to grudges, and I really believe him when he says the power is in letting go, not hanging on. Now, why do we hang on, and why do we have anxieties, and why can't we let go? Well, we're conditioned not to let go. We live in this Western society that says never give up, and it's built around the monetary system. Never give up building your super, never giving up saving for your house, never give up getting that boat or that car that you don't need, or those clothes you want to impress people you don't like. Never give up on that stuff. It's really important. And that never give up attitude, unfortunately, manifests into very, very, in a lot of other areas of our lives. Don't give up on a relationship, work on it. Things were designed to fall apart and break. Things were designed to leave our lives in the same way things are designed to come into our lives. Trying to repair broken things and never giving up on things that need to live our lives are where anxiety and fear really manifest. So I understand why, from a monetary perspective, it's important not to give up. Keep saving, keep paying that bank back so that bank can pay its shareholders and produce record profits. So stick at your job so your boss and the directors of that company can exploit your labor, because even though you're unhappy and you're miserable and you eventually have a bad back. These things exist and they become archetypes and paradigms, but they need to be shattered because some things aren't right and they need to be let go. In my personal experience, the key to letting go has been knowing that ultimately the right things are out there for me, but they can't come until I make space. You only have so much space in your life for thinking and thoughts and people. And until you let go of the things that aren't serving you, there's no way the good things can happen. I used to think that, once I get enough money, I can start this video series, or once things are going really, really well, I can do this. The reality is there's no space for those things until I let go. I guarantee you, when you let go, the universe will serve up exactly what your life needs. Might not be perfect and pretty at the start, but it's what you need, and it will end up manifesting into brilliance. So for me, the key was initially letting go of anxiety was just stop doing the things that create anxiety. I know it sounds simple, but I really need you to focus on this point. Stop doing the things that create anxiety, okay? That's the key, because you've got to remove anxiety and fear from your life. Until you do that, you can't move forward on your 1 year life journey, let alone your life. It's going to mean letting go of some people, allowing them to move out of your life. It's going to mean not checking up on your ex on Facebook. It's going to mean not watching the TV and the news, which tells us these horrible stories. You're going to have to stop doing the things that create anxiety. Now, why do we do them? Because we're conditioned to do them, because we're used to doing them. Because at least we know with certainty that when we do it, we'll be getting some sort of information, even though it's the information that creates anxiety. But you just stop doing it. The minute I stopped doing everything that created fear, I became fearless. It's very simple. You were born as a fearless child. You see children running around all the time. But at the end of the day, you create fears, you add fears on top of your fearlessness. So you just need to remove them one by one and your fearlessness will come back. And the way this is illustrated really well is the concept of mowing a lawn. Now, as you mow a lawn, you can imagine this picture in your head. You're mowing a lawn, and this is a great example of letting go. You mow the lawn, and things are in front of you. And let's say there's a beach ball in front of you. You have two choices. Do you kick that beach ball out of the way behind you, or do you kick it in front of you? Now, if you kick it in front of you, you're constantly going to have to move that ball out of the way as you mow the lawn forward. Constantly that ball is coming in the way, coming in the way, coming in the way. Until you kick it and get it out of your life forever, you can't mow the lawn. What people do quite often is they don't allow things to be left in the past. They constantly recycle and bring them into the present and then project them into the future. What will my life be like now that I'm not with that person? And you bring that beach ball back in front of you. And your life is, your purpose is mowing the lawn, whatever, that's obviously a metaphor, but whatever your purpose is, you're doing. Every time you bring the beach ball in front of the lawnmower, you just stop yourself reaching your purpose. Sometimes you have to let things become part of your past. And sometimes you have to reinvent your story. Change the way things mean, because you can, because in the present, that's all that matters. Your past was a learning experience for you to be alive right now. And if you are alive, congratulations, you're better off than the billions and millions of people that aren't right now. In fact, you're at the top wedge of the 14.6 billion years of history. So well done, and you should stay there. Don't go to the past, because the past is death. The past is dissolved, it's no longer here. Stay in the present. The Buddha talks about attachments and how they create pain. And attachments, and this is very important, I explain this when I do Buddhist, when I'm talking at Buddhist lectures or when I'm talking at temples. I quite often talk about attachment's okay. It's okay to have nice things. It's okay to want things. It's okay. It's cool. It's normal. It becomes a problem where if that thing was to leave your life, it would be an issue. So an example of that is not letting go. So if you have a nice car, that's beautiful. You should enjoy it. If you love doing burnouts, that's great. But understand that you can't do that forever, and that car will ultimately leave your life. And when it does leave your life, you have to let it go. People who pine about these objects or pine about people bring them into the future, like the beach ball. They constantly recycle these anxieties and fears. So in reality, they probably only have a couple of anxieties or fears, but they bring them into the present all the time and give them power, when in reality, they should just be dealt with and disappear. Jesus talked about this in the form of forgiveness. His concept of letting go was to forgive. And he knew it. He was all over forgiveness. And the reason he was all over forgiveness is that, yeah, it's great. We should forgive. And it's good because other bloke can get on with their life. And for those in the audience from other countries, bloke means person or man. It's an Aussie slang word. But when you forgive someone, you feel better because you're not holding on. You're not kicking that beach ball in front of you. You're forgiven. You've allowed yourself to move forward. Letting go is forgiveness. You need to forgive. You can't not forgive and let go. They're just two different words. Jesus and Buddha are the same universal source energy. Buddha said let go. Jesus said forgive. They both suited 1st century Palestine. One suited, 400 BC, northern India. I have a warehouse video. I call it the warehouse video because it's in a real cool, funky, scary warehouse where I talk about how to let go. It involves the burning of some documents. Check that video out. That will really help. But create space in your life. Forgive and let go, because those gaps you create are always filled with your next step in life. And remember, life is a journey. It's a progressive it's a progressive system through the abundance of life. This 1 year journey is a journey. And until you create space, you can't move forward. You can't mow the lawn with a beach ball in front of you of anxieties. So look to let go, watch the forgiveness video, and really start to create the spaces you need in your life for excitement, multitudes, magnitudes, and incredible experiences to come in. I enjoy this 1 year journey so much with you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for tomorrow's video, but until then, goodbye. Hello everyone. Jump on YouTube and become a subscriber for special features that are unlocked once you click the subscribe button. Audio books, novels, a whole collection of information that isn't available on Facebook or Twitter is available for you as a subscriber on YouTube. So jump on now.